Hey guys, good morning. It's Tony. I wanted to do a quick TA on Camber Energy just because I did get a couple of requests. Last time that we were actually talking about this, I thought we were gonna hit trend and actually come back down to previous resistance around a dollarish, right? And it's been following trend pretty well, right? It's been following trend ever since January earlier, since oh wow, actually since 2020, and it actually broke. Wow, that's a really good sign. So I actually thought it was gonna follow trend, come up here, retest trend, and then drop back down, but it actually broke it. The really good thing about this right now is that Camber Energy is in a really, really, really good position to move extremely high. And what I say about this is, just I don't even need to do too much TA, right? This would be like basic TA and how to use this would be basic TA and how to use the reverse MACD. And if you are part of my Patreon, you have access to my reverse MACD and the stochastic, and you know exactly how crypto or meme stocks or generally anything related to energy likes to move. They like to have massive moves, right? The really good thing right now is that you had that break in trend, right? You had that break in trend from January, which is extremely really, which was a really, really good sign. As of right now, because we actually have the 4-hour trigger, right? This is a really good example of how to trade breaking out, stocks like this. If you actually have a retracement, you don't after this 4-hour. After the 4-hour trigger happens, right, on the reverse MACD, the stochastic doesn't really matter much, right? As long as it stays around up around this level, then it's perfectly fine. But what you're really looking at right now is just the reverse MACD. Look what happened. We actually created a 4-hour bear trigger. We did trade down a little bit, but all you're looking for is really, trading in between this range. What you want to have is trading between $4.17 and somewhere along the lines of like $3. So as long as you see just kind of sideways trading and not a complete like drop down to probably test trend. So what you want to see actually is just kind of sideways trading, right? You just kind of see it kind of trade sideways, something like this. If you see it drop down a trend, it might actually come back and retest right there. But what you're really looking for here is a really good way to get into CEI if you haven't gotten in yet, is just wait for that sideways trading. If it's trading sideways and it's got a bear trigger, as soon as it hits another bullish trigger like this, so remember another like little red dot right here on the reverse MACD, once it actually closes on the 4-hour, that's your signal to get in, and then more than likely we might see another leg up to the next fib, which is going to be possibly right there at $5.56, which ends up being what kind of percentage increase that ends up being. So from where it is, let's just do from where it is now, right? From where it is now up to there, it's about a 46% increase. So not a bad deal at all. This is something where I would probably buy like one call just to see what happens. But keep in mind, like I said, it's very important to see what happens to the 4-hour, because the daily right now is starting to lose a lot of bull momentum. You have 2 full days of momentum loss, but on those 2 full days of momentum loss, you still had upward movement, which is fantastic. And on the 1-hour, you're actually about to create another bullish trigger right now on the hour. So I to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised to see the leg up happen today. See that 1-hour bullish cross, and then you're back up to like $4.84 today. So after this trigger happens on the 1-hour, I would maybe even buy calls today. I mean, I might do that today, honestly, for Camber Energy. But I'll be honest right now, the 4-hour would be the major trigger here. Remember, higher time frames are always key for the most part, but also look at history. See, every single time you see a 4-hour cross on the bear side recently, it hasn't really done much, right? You had a 4-hour bear cross here, still bullish candle, 4-hour cross, little bit on bearish candle, came down a little bit, but nothing too crazy. Again, nothing. Again, nothing. So that would tell me that the 4-hour might not even be too reliable on what's happening, right? This might actually be a accumulation zone, just from how CEI trades. And looking at the 1-hour, it does look like it's more reliable on what actually happens to price. So you have a bull trigger, bull trigger, bull trigger. Every single time you have a bull trigger, you're actually moving really hard to the upside. So as of right, so I wouldn't be surprised, to see the next leg up happen, as soon as we go up, the next leg up, at least maybe testing back all-time highs. So I would not be surprised to see another leg up to 483 sometime today, to be honest. I mean, I can go back and look at the average moves right here. Like, what's the average move on each one on the hour? So we have bull trigger, and you go up how much? 64 cents from right here. Bull trigger, you go up how much? $1.20. Let me see if there's a pattern here. So you go bull trigger, $1.65. So it looks like every single increase in move is actually getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It looks like every single one is about, so the first move here, there's about a 60-cent difference. The second move is about 40 cents. So I'd say that expecting a 40-cent move here on the upside wouldn't be a bad idea. It wouldn't be a bad thing to expect. Price right now is currently, I'm going to put it where it actually closed yesterday. So we'll go from here. We'll move up 40 cents in about usually a day. Let's go with the full day. We'll just do a full day. So 40 cents, I would not be surprised. And it lines up almost perfectly where the next fib would be, around right there. So I would not be surprised. Let me delete this so everything can be easier to see. Delete that since we already have the averages. I would not be surprised to see another move up to like $4 from here to the next fib, which is like $4.15. Like, I would not be surprised to see that today at all. So like I said, it usually tends to respond pretty well to every single bullish trigger on the reverse MACD. And again, you can only get this on my Patreon. And I guess I'll link that below. I don't really like to plug it in just because I don't like to show people or whatever, or pretend that act like I'm selling it, right? It's more of like, if you guys like the channel, support it, all that good stuff. But you can only get my settings on my Patreon. I only give it out to my Patreons. But again, the 1 hour looks fantastic right now. And to be honest, I think it's going to have another leg up. It might actually have another leg up bigger than 40 cents. So I might even just buy a call right at open, just kind of see what happens. Because it doesn't look like, the 4 hour doesn't even look like it's doing anything. It just looks like it's an accumulation phase. And from looking at the daily, it's still trading up while it's weakening, while it's having weakened bullish candles, and it's still moving up. So I'd say that, if I had to take a quick guess, I'd speculate that we're going back to like $4.16 on Camber Energy possibly today. And it seems like it likes to go up while the S&P 500 goes down, right? So it doesn't really follow the market anyways. And right now, they actually have the SPY dropping even further. I would not be surprised to see a move up like this at all, if not something even higher, something back up to almost like $5. So Camber Energy seems to be in a really good position right now, TA wise, and then also just kind of price action between the SPY and CEI. So I'll see you guys later. All good things on CEI right now. Bye.